head to toe, and we're going to get right into it. For those of you that are new, I try and give different variations of things so that you can find something that works best for you and for your abilities. If something isn't working for you, I can't see everybody. So if I've given some variations and what I'm doing still isn't working for you, please just type in the chat and we can chat about it, and I'll try and give you a different alternative. The equipment we need today, and the raffle prize will be an Amazon gift card. So that's awesome. Okay, so what we're going to use today is some type of ball or like like light object. I don't want us holding something small enough where our hands are touching like this, okay? It needs to be so that our hands are separate. We need to have more room for our shoulders. Okay, so a ball, a stuffed animal, a small pillow, a water bottle would even work, holding it lengthwise. If you have a light dumbbell, that would work. Anything like that. Okay, so we're going to use this. I typically don't show using these for our warm-up, but we are going to do some release work. So if you have some type of tennis ball or a lacrosse ball or something, you can use this as well. Okay, but not mandatory. We're also going to use our hands for that. I'd like you to have a series of and one band handy. I just have one handy right now, but if you have more than one, I highly recommend just having all of your bands near you, and that way you have a chance to utilize each different resistance that you might need. I don't like giving resistance specifics because everybody's working at such a different level. I can give you kind of an essentially what I would expect you to be at when we get to the movement. So that's why I say just have a few different resistances next to you. If you don't have a band or any type of band, yoga pants, stretchy tights, those are really, really helpful for this as well. Okay, and then last but not least, we're only using a few pieces of equipment today. We have our dowel. Okay, so this is going to be, as long as it's longer than your shoulders or wider than your shoulders, that's perfect. Something that you can easily grip with your hands. Okay, so that's what we're going to be starting with today. And we're going to start sitting up nice and tall. So whatever that means to you, if you're able to sit away from a backrest, make sure that you sit up nice and tall. Okay. I have new TheraBand loops, regular TheraBand, like that'll weight, no ball or stick. I do have a pair of crutches though. Yeah, AJ, use one of your crutches will probably work. As long as you can secure holding on to it. If you can hold on to your crutches somewhere like this, that would be good. Essentially, we're just going to be doing some shoulder mobility work. So I don't think your crutches are that heavy, which is good. So that should work. Okay. If you don't have a ball, grab a water bottle, a soup can, anything like that. All right. So sitting up nice and tall, like I said, if you have enough core function to sit tall without any help, go ahead and sit away from the chair. Otherwise, if you are using the back of your chair, I want us to not be slouching like this. So that might mean like propping yourself up with something behind you, something just to keep you a little bit tall. Okay, awesome. All right, here we go. So we're going to start coming into the pecs here. We're going to just do some nice manipulation work. This is where you could use your ball, the little ball, if you want. And just getting right into these muscles here. Okay, make sure that the side you're working on, so this side, isn't doing anything. We don't want it like doing anything. Just have it down at your side or resting on your lap. Okay. And we're going to start breathing. Okay, keep going. There's lots of people coming in. That's awesome. And good, getting right. So if you're female or you have breast tissue, you're going to need to go in and around and behind. Okay. Otherwise, it's right across your chest. Okay. That's where the muscle is. And we're trying to find areas that are a little bit maybe tender or maybe feel like a bit tight? Okay, and then you can start working your way up into the subclavicle. Okay. And awesome, coming up into your trap. So I like to support my elbow, and I'm just getting right into that neck right in here. Yeah, so this is your trapezius muscle, for the individual asking. This is what this muscle is called, yes. I do a lot of, for those of you listening to the caption, I use a lot of slang and short term for these muscles. So if you are unclear, just ask. Some of the muscles are way too long to be saying. Okay, and then we come in and you can pinch if you'd like, or you're gonna pin down and then you're gonna pull your ear away to the other side. Okay, so pin and pull. So push and then pull, good. And pin and pull, and again, pin. That's it. Okay, we're doing 10. If you can't get out 10 because you're at a different pace, that's fine. So pinning as in pinning the muscle down. So I'm pinning with this hand, pin, and then pull away. Hope that helps. 2 more. And awesome. Okay, shake that out. Go ahead and give your neck side to side. See if you feel any loosening in that side. And then I want you to take the hand up, same arm as the side you just did. And you're gonna do some nice activation slaps on along the lat muscle. So just nice slapping up and down, getting some blood flow. And that will be good. Awesome. Shake that out. Okay. And then we're going to do it all on the other side. So hanging the arm down, not using it, coming into the other pec. Nice circles. Getting deep into that muscle, especially if you need to, if it's feeling really tender or you're getting some like guitar string type feelings. That's a good indication of where we need to be. Okay, and then we're going to come up into subclavicle. So we're right below the collarbone here, coming right in, even into your shoulder. That's fine. Working into that anterior shoulder. Okay. Then working up into the trap on the other side, I support my elbow. You're either like seesawing forward and back with your hand, or you can do your pinching, okay? So just trying to get some mobility here, blood flow, trying to separate that fascia. AJ, do you mind typing that again? Not sure what you're asking. Okay, and then we're gonna go into your pin the muscle with this hand, and then you're gonna pull to the other side. So we're lengthening in that neck. So pin the muscle and then pull the ear to the other side. Okay, if you don't feel a lengthening here, then you're not pinning on the right spot. Okay, this will look different for those of us that have maybe have pins in the cervical spine. You might not be able to do a lateral head tilt, and that's fine, but you can still pin. You can still do the pin action. Okay, a couple more here. And awesome, good. Shake that out. Anterior, I probably said anterior shoulder. So don't, if you're not sure what I'm saying, just go with what I'm doing. Yeah, I only say things because there's a lot of us in here that love to learn the anatomy and of what I'm teaching. So if something you're not sure the name, just ignore it and just follow what I'm doing. That way everybody can kind of learn at their pace. Okay, this whole workout, I do everything with you. So I'm going to be showing and demonstrating everything we do. So worst case, if you're not sure, just follow along. And I try and show all of the variations as well, at least once. Okay, good. Taking that off, shake it out. Give your head a little shake. And now we're going to go into neck rotation. So we're going to look to the side and then center. To the side and center, and to the side and center and side and center. Good. Remember to sit nice and tall. Okay, and then we're going to go up and down. So going up, extend, and then center, tuck the chin, and then center. Okay, remember we're not hanging the chin down on the flexion here. Tuck that chin, we're not here. Okay, so really getting the back of that neck nice and long. And coming up and center. And center, good. Last set. And tuck. And awesome. We're going to do a half circle. So you're going to lead with your nose, and we're going to do a half semicircle, paint with your nose in space, and then end on the other side. And again, so only halfway. We're not doing up to the ceiling, just side, down, and then side. Side, down, and then side, side, down. And again. Good. Coming into shoulders. So we're going to go forward. And 3. And 4. Nice. Last 2. And then we reverse it, going back 1. And 3. And 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to take the arms out to the sides, nice big spread of those fingers, and then hug yourself, give yourself a nice big hug. Okay, one elbow on top of the other. Open up, make sure you're really spreading wide. So really opening up those pecs that we just worked on. And then other hand goes on top. Nice big self hug. And again. Okay, not losing that posture. And open. Yeah, all the way back. So as in trying to get as far back as you can with your hands out to the sides. So a big stretch, opening your chest up. And then we're going to exhale, hold, hug yourself, exhale, rotate, and then center, and then exhale, rotate, and center. These workouts, for those of you that are new, they are recorded and they will be recorded with captioning. So if you want to revisit these workouts, they will be posted on the ConnecTogether webpage. Okay. And open, good. And now we're gonna do a cat-cow. So we're gonna tuck your chin, round through the spine, all the way down. Okay, rounding in that spine. Slowly rolling up. Okay, hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart up to the ceiling, and then we lift. Deep breath here. And we come back again. Deep breath and tuck that chin, rounding in the spine. We're gonna do 4 more of these. All the way down. Deep breath down here. Slowly rolling up. Hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart raised up to the ceiling, and shoulder blades in your back pockets. Deep breath here. And we're doing this again, and tucking that chin, rounding in the spine, slowly rolling down. Okay, slowly rolling up. Hands behind you, shoulder blades in your back pockets, reach your heart up to the ceiling. And awesome, we have 2 more as a group, tucking that chin, and here we go. Make sure you're moving to your pace. So if this is too fast, slow it down. There's no race. We don't want anyone getting lightheaded. We want to keep everything smooth. We want it feeling good. Okay, so if you need to slow it down, that's totally fine. Shoulder blades back, eyes up, heart to the ceiling. Deep breath here. We have 1 more. Okay, here we go. Tucking that chin. Last time, slowly rolling down. Deep breath here. Slowly rolling up. Hands behind you, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Lift your heart to the ceiling. And awesome. We're going to reach up and over. So expose that armpit to the ceiling. Okay, we're not rounding here. We're staying nice and high. High with the armpit. So now this one's showing up to the ceiling. Okay, notice how I'm leaning on my other arm. So whether you're on your armrest or you're leaning on a couch or you're putting your hand on your wheel of your wheelchair, whatever works. We just want to lean, okay? Reach up and over. Yes, we're going side to side, if that was the question. Reach up and over. Okay, so think up to the ceiling and then over your head. And switch. And awesome, good. We're gonna tap, rotate, and look over your shoulder. Tap over your shoulder, and then come back to center. Rotate and tap. Okay, we're almost done warm up, everybody. Keep moving, really warming up. We're trying to warm up our rotation really well today. And then we want to get into some rowing. Okay, almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, hopefully we're all warm. Go ahead and grab your object. So whatever this is, a super light object. Okay, so we're going to be doing a little bit of a combo. So the first move we're going to be doing is a kayak action. So we're all just going to practice. It's as if this is a really bad example because I'm right next to the couch, but essentially you want to have it dipping down. Okay, so it's like you're rowing into the water, rowing into the water, rowing into the water. Okay, for those of you that have something they can put in between their knees, something like this would be handy. Okay, say you had this and you were rowing with something else. When you're doing this, we don't want to have any movement in the hips. So if this ball's away and I'm seeing like all this hip movement, we don't want to have that, okay? So that something to hold your knees and keep everything stable so the rotation can come from the belly button. Okay, so that's step one. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go punch, punch. Okay, so 1, 2, punch, punch. 1, 2, punch, okay? 15 as a group. So 1, 1, and then punch, punch, that's 1 full rep. Here we go. 3, sitting up tall, 2, and 1. Breathe. 1. Tempo's up to you. Leading rotation is up to you. So I don't really care which way you do your row first. As long as you're just moving through it, continually rowing. Kayak action. Elbows do not need to be straight. That's a good question. If you can straighten them without falling forward, then yes, we want to straighten them. Otherwise, if we have a falling forward thing happening, maybe we're compromised here, or we're not wearing a chest strap, it's just here. We don't need to extend. If you're able to fully extend the elbows like this, then I would like you to. Okay, so kind of decide what works for you. I lost count. This is probably about 9, I'm gonna guess. Okay, the more you straighten your elbows, the more range of motion you're gonna get. So if that feels good for you and you wanna work to the full range, I recommend it. Last 4 here. Yeah, that I was talking about the forward punches, AJ. That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, so that applies. Last one. Forward, forward, and down. Awesome. Okay, so I'll repeat that just so that everybody's clear. So I'll face sideways so we can see. When you are doing your forward punch, if you can extend the elbows, the answer is yes, I would like you to. If it's an issue of core function or stability, maybe if we do this, we're going to fall forward, then I don't want you to. I want you to go as far as you can without falling. Okay, so maybe it's just to here, right? If we can do this and quickly bring it back in, awesome. There's no right way to do this. You can work within this range, whatever works for you. Okay, I hope that answers the question. Okay, we're gonna go into a seated row now. So I want you to sit nice and tall. I'm just gonna turn sideways so that y'all can see. You're gonna take your band. For most of us in here that I know, I would say a heavier band or a longer band, because this is gonna be hooked around the end of your either if you have a wheelchair or a scooter, we might be able to hook this around the end. Otherwise, I'm gonna be hooking it on my foot. So leg is straight. Okay, so come on down, and then you're gonna come on up nice and tall, and the band is just around my foot. So I'm nice and tall here, okay? Shoulders back, and you're gonna think of driving those elbows down and back behind you, and then right back to where you started. If you don't have a band, or you're not able to get something right now, you can just practice this action so that we can still get that shoulder blade squeeze, which is super important. And then next time you come to class, you can, I'm sure we'll do these some version of a row again, and you can try them out with a band. Okay, we're doing 15 here. So I'll let everybody catch up. I'll start my count now. Breathing. Okay, last 4. And relax. Awesome. Good. All right. Grab that band. Put it around your legs. So this is one we've been revisiting quite often the last few classes. You can either tie it, or you can be like me and just hold it because it takes too long. Hand on the waist. If you don't have a band, you can absolutely do this without a band. If you find that your legs are like really tight, I would recommend getting a ball. And then the goal is to try and open the legs and let the ball drop and then put it back in. Okay, so this is version 1. Version 2 is no band, opening and closing. Okay, so we're working these muscles back here. And then option 3 is with the band, with some resistance. Okay, here we go. 15 of these. 3, everything's 15 today. 3, 2, and 1. So open and good. So everybody has a version. Everybody can do this. You don't need equipment. 3 and 4 and 5. The version I didn't actually show, which I know Marnie, you know, this one is more of a stretch. So being able to lean forward and kind of take your hands with it and give yourself a bit of an adductor stretch, that's another option. And my apologies for not showing it. If anybody wants me to show that one properly, I can. But I have been showing that every week and most of you have been here, so should be okay. But I don't mind showing it again. So just write in the chat if you need to see it again. And open. Okay, about 5 more. And 2, lean forward is just the option for those that need the stretch. So if you can move your legs and open them like this, no leaning forward. You're just going to stay tall. If you need the stretch, you can lean forward. Okay. And open and then relax. That was 15. Okay, awesome. So that is going to be our circuit. So we are going to be going side, side, punch, punch, kayak, kayak, punch, punch. And then we have our band row. Okay. And then we have our banded hip abduction. Okay. So circuit of 3, take about 30 seconds and just get some water. And then we're starting that again. I can try slowing down how I talk, if that would help. Okay. Perfect, thank you. All right, so we're going back to all 3, so the same circuit. What kind of adductor exercise for someone whose legs don't work? So in terms of, who asked that? Let's see. So I would give you a stretch. So if you're finding, when you say legs don't work, if you don't have function over your legs and you're not able to actively open your legs like this, I'm assuming that's what you meant, you would do a stretch. So you would come in and you can just slowly peel away your legs. This is the one I was talking about, and start to work that opening of the hips. And that's going to give you a nice big stretch in the adductor complex. Okay, and you would just hold it. So instead of us doing like the reps we do, you would just come forward and you can hold this stretch for 30 seconds. Does that make sense to the individual who asked that? I think it was Linda, or sorry, Lynn. Just let me know if I'm understanding your question correctly before we move on. Yes, but my wheelchair doesn't let me do that. So, okay, so you have rails here. Okay, so an alternative, that's a good point. So if you have rails there, some of us are able to bring the leg up like this. Is this an option for you or not? Okay, so awesome. So bring your leg up like so. Marnie, this is another option for you too. And then you're gonna think of gently just placing your hand on, draping it on this knee. Okay, so it's just gonna add a little bit of resistance to open up that hip. We never wanna do it, we never wanna push really hard, especially if we don't have a lot of tone in our legs. So just make sure that you're just draping the hand, and you can stabilize right here with this hand on your foot or your shoe. Okay, awesome. AJ, I'm showing right now, I'm just showing an alternative to the abduction with the band. So don't worry about it if you're able to open up your legs. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Awesome, thank you, Lynn. Okay, back to it. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, and punch, punch. AJ, just follow me and I'll explain it when we get there. Okay? So you're just gonna follow what I'm doing. 1, 2. Seven. Good. We're going to 15. Hopefully everybody's moving with me. Last 5. Awesome. Keep that breath going. Really rotate. One more. And done. Awesome. Okay. Grab your band. We're doing our row. AJ, I know you don't have a band, so you're just going to do the motion with your hands and your arms. Okay. Everybody else that has a band or pants or tights, go ahead and kick it over the foot or over your wheelchair. Okay, chest nice and lifted. And drive those elbows back and then extend. Okay, we're at 15 here as well. Make sure you're really feeling those shoulder blades squeezing. So the shoulders are on your back and you should feel them squeezing as you drive your elbows back. Deep exhale. Okay, here we go, counting down. And this is 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's 1, and relax. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going into the hip abductions. So AJ, this is where I was showing a stretch variation. If you can move your knees or your legs, if you have movement in your legs, you won't do the stretch variation. Okay, so this is the variation you would do, is opening your legs and then closing them. So it's a strengthening exercise. Okay, so I'm not sure what your abilities are, but if you're able to open your legs, that's what you're going to do. You're not going to do the stretch. Okay, so that's variation 2. If you have a band, we bring the band in and do the same thing. Hand on the waist to make sure that we're staying nice and tall. And then variation 3 is with dropping the ball. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Opening and close. 15 of these. Awesome. Last 5. 3, feel those hips working back here. 2, and 1, and then take a little break. Awesome. Okay, that is, so dropping the ball. Take a break, everybody. I'm just going to explain this one again. So if you have tightness in your legs and you can't open your legs on your own, then you would, instead of the band, you would use the ball. Okay, so you would use a ball here, and then you would try and open up and drop the ball. Okay, I'll say it again slower. So if you don't have function in your legs to where you can't open your legs because you're tight, you're going to use a ball and you're going to separate your legs and put the ball in, and then the goal is to try and drop the ball. Please let me know if that makes sense or if that's slow enough. Everybody else should be getting water right now. Okay, perfect, awesome. So we're gonna do all of that one more time. Everybody's probably already got their water, so I'll get mine. Good, thank you, AJ, for the feedback. I'm glad that's better. Okay, so all of this one more time. Here we go. Punch, punch. Okay, no, for those of you that know what they are, no wiggle parties in your hips. So we're keeping the hips still on this one. Keep going, everybody. Make sure that breath is happening. Last 5. Don't worry if you're not at my pace. I just want you to keep moving. Last one. And time. Good. Grab your band. Rows. I'll just show this way this time, just to switch it up. Okay, so band over the foot or around your wheelchair plate at the front. Okay, or no band, we're just doing the motion, shoulders back, nice and tall, and we're gonna drive those elbows back and forward. Okay, watch, we don't ever lose the posture. So as we extend the arms, we never wanna be here, right? We wanna stay nice and tall. Keep that breath going. Last 3. And relax. Good. Take the band out. Go ahead and come back for your last round. Okay, so 3 options. I'm going to show band option. Well, 4 options actually, if you're doing a stretch. Okay, so nice and tall, hand on the waist. Here we go. Opening, dropping a ball, or pulling open on the band, or just doing this freestyle with no band, or you're leaning forward into a stretch. Last 5. And relax. Awesome. Okay, take the band and put it away. So take it away. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to end with a little bit more of these rotations. So we're going to take our hands, no equipment for this one. Reach up to the corner, and then you're going to cross the body and reach down with a nice long spine. Reach up to the corner, and then reach down with a nice long spine. Okay, so we're making like an X. So we're reaching up, slice the hands down, other side. Yes, straight elbows if you can. Good question. Up and then down. Keep moving. I'll count those first few as demonstration, and then we're going to get to 10. And up. Keep that spine long. We don't want to sink and round over our chest. If you have a chest strap on, you can just do the arm movements. Nice slice of the arm movements, stay tall. Otherwise, we're leaning forward with a long spine, trying to really twist over the waist. If you have feeling in your hips or your butt muscles, we shouldn't feel the butt come off of the chair. So whatever you're sitting on, it stays there. One more. And down. Good. Okay, grab the trusty dowel. Okay, we're going to take the arms up overhead. So we go up and overhead. You're going to rotate when you're there, and then bring the hands back down. Okay, straight elbows unless we have that falling forward action. Okay, dowel. AJ, this would be where you'd use your crutch. I think you said you have a crutch. You could use your crutch for this. Otherwise, dowel or cane. Okay, so if you fall forward, you can take the dowel. You can take the dowel up through your body. Okay, otherwise we're coming out and away. Rotate, rotate, and then back down or back down. Okay. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. Exhale, rotate, rotate, and then bring it down. And up. And down. Okay, this one's only going to be 10 reps. Breathing. Reminder, do not look at the dowel. So when you go up, our eyes do not go up with it. We're staying looking forwards in that same plane. AJ, can you ask that again? I'm not sure what LADS is. Hand placement, maybe? Last one, everybody, I think. It's hard for me to multitask, but I'm doing my best. And slowly come down. Okay, whoo, take a second, everybody. On the crutch, how far do the hands go? So the hands, that's a good question. So that the hands should always be wider than the shoulders. So anywhere wider than the shoulders. The wider they are, the easier it's going to be to bring the hands overhead. If you want more of a challenge, you bring them in. Okay? So everybody can kind of choose where they are. I hope that answered the question. Okay, from that, we're going to set with kayaks for time. Okay, so we're going to do one, just like you did with the dowel, or sorry, with the ball, but just straight kayaks. Okay, here we go. 3, this will be for 1 minute, 2, and go. So this is going to be quicker today. I want everybody is a little bit quicker, just like they're in a race on the water. Make sure you're driving your dowel in deeper than I am, because I hope you're not doing this on a couch like I am and you have space. Okay, keep moving. A dowel, AJ, just means like a long stick. So you can get these for just a couple dollars at a hardware store. 20 seconds left in the time. Last 10 seconds. And time. Awesome. All right. We are going to do these again. I'll give you a hot second to rest. And I'm just going to type an answer. There's some people laughing at the transcription. That's funny. So I'm just typing so that it helps out a little bit. Yes, it's a stick. Okay, we're doing this again. Okay, last time, everybody, with the dowels. Okay, so we're just gonna go up, rotate, rotate. We're actually just gonna do this one last time because we're running out of time here. So up, okay, you can join in with me now. And down, awesome. Rotating. Okay, so this workout is recorded with transcription. So if anybody's feeling like I went too fast or you want to do this again and add more rounds, you can. It will be posted, I believe, right away. I actually started out the workout giving a list of equipment. I always start the workout saying what equipment we're going to use. Yeah, so next time, that's okay. Now you know to look at the beginning. You can just look and see what I'm showing. And that's the equipment we need. I hope that helps. Okay, last one, everybody. And relax. Woo, awesome. Okay, good job, everybody. Thank you for coming. And yeah, once again, there's a lot of people in here that are new. So if you're a friend of someone, that friend should type their email address in the side here. And then you can be entered into a raffle. Okay. Otherwise, I will see you all. Well, actually, Coach Sierra is going to be teaching next week. And then her workout, I've seen it already. It's going to be loads of fun. So make sure you come next week. And I will see all of you the week after. And if you have any questions or you want to stay, I'll be here for just another minute or two. Thanks, Janice. Thanks, Marnie. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. And I will see you all night. We'll see you next week and the week after. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Megan.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you next week or the week after. Wonderful.
Awesome. Thank